So the ultimate goal of this video is to get you to stop using mouthwash, and I'm going to tell you why. When you use mouthwash, it kills all the germs in your mouth, including the natural microbiome of your mouth, okay? And what happens when you do that is it shuts off production of nitric oxide, NO. And if you were to look at the periodic table of the elements, you would know that nitric oxide is actually a gas, okay? It's a naturally occurring gas in your body, but it's only created when you breathe through your nose. So when you take mouthwash and put it in your mouth, it kills all that microbiome, and then when you breathe through here and it goes back in your airways back here, you cannot produce nitric oxide. So why is it such a big deal that you're not producing it? Well, basically blood pressure is the biggest one. Nitric oxide plays a lot of roles in the body, but blood pressure is the biggest one. So 2 out of 3 people regularly use mouthwash. So if we have over 346 million people in America, supposedly, at the last census, that's what, 240 million Americans are taking mouthwash most days. And that's 2 out of 3. So it's not good. And basically, when you don't have nitric oxide, your blood pressure is going to rise. And it also helps inhibit the problem of erectile dysfunction in men. It does other things as well, as it's a neurotransmitter. And nitric oxide in your brain tells the brain to send messages to the rest of the body to help with uptake of blood flow to the brain. Yes, you can turn upside down, and that's going to help blood flow to the brain as well if you have to do that for maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes, but you shouldn't have to do that. Nitric oxide will do the job for you. And that's why we always encourage people to be nose breathers over mouth breathers. Now, another disadvantage of breathing through your mouth, especially on a cold winter's day, is that you dehydrate faster. You blow out a lot of water vapor through your mouth as opposed to when you were breathing through your nose. So that's a little food for thought here on why it's important to breathe in your nose, not your mouth, and stop using mouthwash. And also, many mouthwashes have fluoride. Fluoride is something you've got to stay away from because it calcifies the pineal gland. And when your pineal gland is calcified, that's a tiny little structure right about here in the back of your head. When that is calcified, you cannot connect spiritually, basically. It shuts that off, and they don't want you to connect spiritually. And there's a lot of other things. Basically, it's your third eye, intuitiveness, empathic abilities, stuff like that. It shuts all that off because you have calcified it. You have hardened it. It is not able to function. And fluoride is the worst thing for that. Nazi Germany used it with Adolf Hitler to help pacify the Jews and make them easier to exterminate. And fluoride is put in our drinking water. So it is very, very important for you guys to get a reverse osmosis water filtration unit if you're going to continue to drink the tap water. And I know I've drank it because I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to spend the money on the bottles of water, but I am definitely changing a lot of things in my life. And stop the drinking of the tap water. Stop brushing with fluoridated toothpaste. There's a good name brand called Hello. It is a fluoride-free one. You can get Tom's. That's another good one. Burt's Bees is another good one. Just shop around. It's going to be costlier, but we already know if you want to be healthy, you've got to pay a little more. And sometimes it's actually worth it. When it comes to fluoride, when it comes to stop using mouthwash because it kills the production of nitric oxide, and when it comes to your drinking water, these are all very important things that you need to start doing.